Carnales de Soundcheck, nos encontramos en un momento de lujo aquí en el Distrito Federal. Una gran banda está de visita, nuevo material discográfico, Perfect Symmetry, y tenemos la oportunidad de platicar con el cerebro de la banda, Team Rice-oxley. First of all, it's an honor to talk with you.
It's good to be here.
Cool. Now, talking about this album, it's, I guess that is really important album for you because you start experimenting with different sounds that you didn't do it in the last albums. How was the experimenting thing?
It was fun, you know, it was fun and scary, and we learnt a lot, and you know, I think we've made our best album so far, and you know, it's reassuring to know that you can push your own limits and come up with something really good.
And why did you decide, okay, for this album we need to start doing guitars?
I don't know, it was just one of those things that, you know, I played a bit of guitar on the demos, and then before you know it, we've made the album and there's loads of big guitar riffs on it, and we just never really thought about it. It's funny, you know, because Tom's always played the guitar, he's a good guitarist, and I don't know, we just never thought about it, but I guess it was part of that spirit of just doing things in a new way.
Now, talking about the lyrics and the creating process of this album, it was hard if you compare it with the other ones?
The lyrics I found hard on this album, yeah, because I really wanted to push myself and write about new things and write in a really interesting and a more specific way and a more profound way and have really meaningful songs. And you know, it doesn't always come easily. So you know, but I feel that I worked really hard at it, and I feel that they are my best songs. So you know, at the end of the day, it was an enjoyable process. But overall, making the record was really fun. You know, we recorded in lots of different places. We went to France and Germany and America and the UK, obviously. And you know, we just had a great time. It was a bit of an adventure, I guess.
Cool. Now, talking about the single "Sprawling," it's a great song. You were talking before about the meaning of the songs. What could be the meaning of these songs, Sprawling?
Spiraling. It's an interesting song. It's quite deep, I suppose. But I guess it's about trying to. It's about the way we create an idea of what we should be, and then about how we spend our lives trying to be that kind of perfect vision. And you know, I think that's a very interesting thing that, you know, everybody goes through basically, and you know, sometimes we get close to what we want, and sometimes we completely miss. But you know, I think that's just what life is really, and you know, it's just an interesting thing to talk about and see what came out.
I read a rumor. I don't know if it's true that in that song have influenced a great wrestler called Ric Flair. Is that true or no?
I don't know.
You don't like wrestling at all?
I know nothing about wrestling apart from, you know, I sort of see it on TV and then switch over normally. But I'm sure it's great fun.
What do you think about this kind of gossip that internet, because of how easy it is to type it, a lot of different bands, how different gossip that are not true?
I think it's pretty funny. I think really it's just an honour and a privilege that anyone is that interested in our songs. You know, when I was a kid, I used to be so interested to know what a particular Beatles song meant, and you know, exactly what that word meant. And you know, I think it's a great privilege for a songwriter if people are that interested in what I do.
Now, the new single is Better Than This. Tell us, do you already do the video? Or?
No, we're doing a really interesting thing for Better Than This. Actually, it's never been done ever before. We're doing I guess a live performance. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it's a 3D webcast basically. So it's going to be a live streaming 3D performance of a few songs, and I think we're going to try and take Better Than This from that and make it a video. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's going to be interesting if nothing else.
Now, I get interested in the sculptures of each one of you in this art. Are there sculptures? Are they really you?
Yeah. No, they're sculptures.
The sculptures. What happened with the sculptures?
Well, again, that was something that we put a lot of time and thought into, and we found a fantastic Korean artist called Oh Sang-kwon, who makes these life-size sculptures by, he takes like 1,000 photos of you from every angle and then he plasters them onto a life or bigger than life-size statue, and you end up with this I suppose a huge sculpture that it looks like it's you, but it's just slightly not quite right. You know, everything's not quite right, and they're pretty spooky. But I like the idea. You know, going back to what we were saying about spiraling, it's about the sort of the dream and the reality, and you know, it all works really nicely together.
Do you keep the sculptures?
Yeah, we had to buy them.
You have to buy them.
They're very expensive, but we bought them. Yeah.
Cool. Now, I know you're going to go after this to South America, to different places in Latin America, and I see your webpage, and you have a lot of different flags from Latin America. What could be the most important thing that you admire about Latin culture?
Well, there are so many things, but I think from the kind of Keane point of view, I have to say the way people enjoy music in Latin America in general is so refreshing and inspiring. You know, it really is. In the UK especially, we have so much music and people are so kind of obsessed with being cool, and you know, and people can be a bit cold about music sometimes, you know, and you come here and people are just, they want to be a part of the concert, they want to, you know, live every moment of a record, and they so generous with their welcoming and with their love, and you know, and that's what music should be. You know, that's how I feel about music, and it's so great to play to people and meet people who feel the same way.
Well, it's an honor to talk with you. Thank you very much for the time of this interview. Congratulations, it's a great album.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Ya lo vieron, Tim grande, entre los grandes, el genio detrás de Keane. Pues bueno, chequen por ahí el material discográfico de Perfect Symmetry. Vamos a continuar con más. Ya nos despedimos, hermanos, así que pues ahí nos vemos en la que sigue de Soundcheck. Hay que les sea leve. Chao.